YouTube. It's Christine with Souls Rising, jumping on with some oracle messages. This video is for Gemini, so if you have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you'll want to stick around for your messages. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. May's been a pretty crazy month, so I wanted to get on before we get into the month of June and just bring through some messages for you guys. And I know we just had that full moon in Sagittarius, and it's shaking some things up or stirring some stuff up. So let's see what my Geminis need to know at this time. I'm going to start with the oracle cards and go from there. So let's see, what does Gemini need to know at this time, Spirit? All right, Gemini. So I will show you the cards that popped out. We've got the Wild Rose Fairy, Love. What's funny is this was actually the third card I pulled, but it popped out in first position. And so I'm going to take it and read it there. And it's funny because I feel like love is the answer right now, okay, for you guys. Love is the answer. And the second card I got is Bear Spirit, Healing. And once again, with this card, I'm actually being drawn to this bear's ribs kind of sticking out here. Feeling like maybe something or someone around you has been maybe feeling like lean or like not nourished enough or not getting enough. And there's a sense here of like love is the antidote, or love is the salve that heals the wounds. Okay. It's the most healing energy that we have. And then Stag Spirit, Leadership. Okay. Leadership. And Strength. I hear strength with this particular card. So what do my Geminis need to know with this message? What is going on for Gemini? I do feel like you need to know that love strengthens people. That true love, it nourishes, it heals, and it strengthens us, but it allows people to stand taller. It allows people to do more. Hold on. All right, I'm going to pull another card for my Geminis. For some reason, all of a sudden, I'm being really pulled to the red color down here around the second. This feels like a wound, okay? This feels like a wounded warrior energy, okay? So I'm going to pull a couple more cards from the Oracle deck before we move to Tarot. I want a little clarity from Spirit about what they come right out, what that is. We have Fire Spirit energy. And I hear a powerful change is afoot. A powerful change. And then we have Mystic Meadow Sanctuary. And there's something coming in with this Stag Spirit card about, it's interesting because that wounded warrior, I kind of was getting at with this too, this big, strong bear, but he's not getting what he needs, right? Like, look, his ribs are sticking out. It's wintertime and it's hard to come by what he needs. And so there's a little essence of like a feeling of lack or insufficiency or something. It's like not everything is all right, but maybe someone is standing tall in spite of it. Okay, so they might be wounded inside, but they're putting on a good face or a brave face. I don't know if this is you, Gemini, or someone around you. There's definitely a masculine energy with this, but it's like somebody's hurt, but they're standing tall, okay? And it's important to know that love ultimately is the salve. True love is the salve. And this change, this powerful, potent energy of change that is here, it's bringing in some soothing energy. We have the bear again showing up. Interesting, we have that bear energy again with this card too. But here he's healthy. Look, here he's whole because he has the right people around him. He's got the right love and support around him. And he has found his home. He's found sanctuary. And he's safe. Okay. And look, on like this card where, you know, it's all cold and winter. In this one, it's warm and summery and pleasant. It's a totally different energy. So love can be nourishing. It can be the nourishment that we need to heal the wounds, to help us to recover more quickly maybe than what we otherwise would, right? So like we can be wounded by something and get back into a place of strength and power quickly when we have love, when we have love around us to strengthen us from within, to help us carry on. And also that love strengthens us too. Love makes us stronger. Love helps us to get what we need and to recover faster from obstacles or challenges, disappointments, and etc. And hold on, because there's something else coming in with this fire spirit card. So I have a message. This is not for everyone. I have a message coming through about, you know, sometimes life tears us apart or tears us down to rebuild us. Sometimes life shreds our heart, puts it in tatters, and it makes us stronger. And we receive something better in its place. It's like the change is allows us to find our own strength, or it allows for things to grow and to shift, but ultimately into a positive direction. Let's pull some tarot, because this is kind of an interesting message, Gemini. I don't feel satisfied with some of what's coming in yet either. So let's just see what else Gemini needs to know about this. Let's go to the tarot and get some more answers about this sort of strange message that's coming in for you guys. And maybe it makes sense to you, right? It may make more sense to you than it does to me. It's your life, after all. Let's see what we have. Yeah, there's definitely this like essence of like a destabilizing energy that is actually, or a woundedness, or that is actually bringing in something better. And there's a lesson in this energy. The very first tarot card that came out is the World, which is cycle completion. A cycle is closing. I hear a cycle is closing out. But the World is different than, like, say, the Ten of Swords, where, you know, there's a painful ending. The World is completion. It's coming full circle. It's things closing out, usually in a positive way, meaning that we've grown, we've learned something through our mistakes, or we've learned something through the process that we've been going through. And this was followed by Ace of Cups, the Ace of Water in this deck, which is like emotional fulfillment, love. And interesting that we had that love card popping in with the Oracle too. So this is like ultimately a cycle that is being closed, that is bringing us more fulfillment, or into a space of more love, or more openness to love. And then we have Eight of Water. Whatever you guys are walking away from or being asked to let go of, it's for your highest good, or know that you're moving to something better. You're moving into better territory. With the Eight of Cups, we're walking away from something that's no longer fulfilling because we're moving into something that is more fulfilling. So if this is you, Gemini, then know that whatever this is that has not been working for you, or is not nourishing you, that is being shifted, torn away, changed, that it's preparing you to walk into something better, more fulfilling. And there's a cycle completing, closing out to allow that to happen. If this is someone around you and not you directly, Gemini, then this is the walking away. It's actually part of a progression. It's creating more strength, or it's allowing for someone to finally get like traction underneath of them, to get what they need. And then we have the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So 2 aces here. So new beginnings is a strong energy. And then we have 9 of Wands, followed by the 8 of Pentacles. And I feel like this is like an opportunity that shows up that's like long overdue, or something coming in that someone's been working a long time on and working really hard for. And maybe somebody was almost like ready to give up on something, or almost feeling like something just wasn't gonna manifest or wasn't gonna happen for them. And the opportunity is here, and it's coming in because something else is closing out. It's able to really manifest now. It's almost like this was here all along. It's interesting because these cards are sort of under the other 3 that I showed you. And it's like, I keep getting shown, it's like, these can't happen till those do. It's almost like this new fresh start couldn't come in because there was this old energy operating in the background that needed to close out first. And it is now. It's gonna close out. And as that cycle closes out, it creates space that is needed for the new to come in. This is a little similar to some of what came in for Taurus. They too were kind of getting a message around creating space, right? Being important for the new to come in. And then I got King of Earth, King of Pentacles, okay? Who can represent resources, stability, self-made man. And then we've got the 3 of Air, which is 3 of Swords, which is like heartbreak, sorrow, grief, pain, breakup. 5 of Earth, the 5 of Pentacles, lack of funds, lack of resources, lack of money. Okay. So there could be somebody going through a loss of resources, or maybe is fearful of a loss of resources. And then we have the 8 of Fire, the 8 of Wands, which is like incoming energy, followed by the Wise Counselor, which is a Hierophant in this deck. And it's like lesson being learned. There's a lesson coming in for someone, whether this is you or someone around you, but this doesn't feel like a happy way to learn it, if that makes sense. It's almost like through letting something go. It's like we're learning by letting go of something else. Spirit, can you give clarity on this? This is a really cryptic message for you, Gemini. I want Spirit to be a little more clear on this. What is this about, Spirit? What is this about? So we have Release, which is the Death card, actually, in this deck. And in this deck, it has a Phoenix on it. Phoenix energy came in for Taurus too. Some of you might, especially with Taurus in your chart, might want to watch the Taurus video. But Release here is like something's being let go, burned away, ended. The ending, it has to happen first in order for this magnificent rising. Remember, we talked about the bear, right? That we go from malnourished to fully nourished and supported, right? So I get restriction energy. Like there's a situation where there's restriction or wounding, or it's like things look good, maybe we're holding strong, but it's not really working. There's a wound that is being ignored, neglected, not getting the attention that it needs. And that has to change. That has to change. And that means something has to come down or be torn apart in order for that to happen. And ultimately, what this is creating room for is love, more love. And love is going to help heal this. So if this is you and you're the one kind of carrying the wound around, then it's time for something to change. Maybe you're holding something together by a thread, or you're holding something together, but it's causing you pain to do it. And it's time to release, or to open the door and allow maybe something to fall apart so that something better can come in. Or maybe this is somebody around you who's putting on a good face and trying to look strong or look like everything's great, and it's just not. And it might need to crash. It might need to fall apart to come together. So the cycle might might need to close. This old painful cycle that isn't really working has to come down. Because, it's interesting. I was asking Spirit, one of the things that was confusing me was this is kind of an odd, it's not progression, it's like a regression. We've got the King of Pentacles coming down to the Five of Pentacles. So we go from like having it all to like having nothing really quick. This fails fast. It's like through a painful experience. Know that if this is happening, that it's happening for the highest good. It's happening because someone is being delivered a lesson. Someone's getting a lesson, and the lesson is the healing. The lesson's bringing healing, okay? It's bringing release from a really stuck spot. So if this is you, Gemini, you may have been stuck in a painful situation that wasn't resolving, wasn't getting better, and something has to give, something has to unfold, something has to happen to release you from it. An ending that releases it and makes everything better. And ultimately that leads to a celebration, coming together. But this time things come together better. For some of you, this could be a breakup that has to happen in order to welcome in new love. For some of you, this could be a situation that it's okay, but it's not quite right. Or you're holding the peace, but you're holding the peace by hurting yourself. But everyone in the situation deserves to be happy. And so do you. And so whatever is sort of coming down or crashing down is happening to actually allow for a lesson to be learned and things to come together better, and ultimately for fulfillment to be here. And I feel like this is happening in place of this, okay? Because we have the Four of Cups then, which is like maybe feeling like, it's not coming together, or somebody's a little disappointed or feeling disappointed or left out a little, but there is opportunity here for something better to come in and resolve the situation. Let's pull a couple more tarot cards for my Geminis. Spirit, can you give us a little bit more clarity? You already know that this is ultimately going to work out. This is happening. It's like we have to let go of something because it's not right. And so there's a breaking down that is occurring. There's like a loss that is occurring. And this could be financial disruption that is tied into this. We've got a lot of pentacles showing up in this read. But know this, Gemini, what you need to know is this is happening to bring prosperity in, okay? So there's prosperity here. There's more money coming in. There are more resources coming in. There's something better coming in. And I feel like intuitively you know this already. And this is a higher path coming in. And clarity, understanding, awareness is it's like you're going to see, you're going to get awareness, or maybe you already have some inner awareness. But you need to know that this is actually opening the door for something better. We go from that starving bear to the fulfilled, satisfied bear, okay? It's almost like somebody's accepted, like, this is my lot in life and this is what it's going to be. Oh, well, it's not perfect, but it's not okay because it's hanging by a fucking thread. It's happening because someone's allowing something that's actually deeply painful to continue on and to keep happening, and it fucking needs to be destroyed. It's becoming too much. But what we don't see is that there's growth. Like, I keep getting growth. Spirit, can you tell us more about the growth that's involved in this? Because I really feel like it's like somebody's outgrowing something, okay? They're outgrowing it. And maybe the pain, oh my God, like growing pains, okay? It's like the pain is because it's like you're trying to wear pants that are too effing small for you now, and you're squeezing your ass in them anyway, and they effing hurt because they don't buckle anymore, all right? And I know this isn't really a reference to like weight gain or anything, you guys. It's about that we've outgrown it in a good way. We've outgrown something. It doesn't fit us anymore, and so it hurts. It's hurting you now, or it's hurting this person around you now. And it's time to find something that's better because the situation doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't fit anymore. It's not right anymore. Maybe it was once, but it isn't now. Spirit, can we get a little bit more? Tell me about the change, Spirit. What is with this growth and change theme that is coming in with this reading? Can you give us clarity? Love. We got love. Love. We started this reading with love. It came out first. It wasn't, but it did. It flew in first, making itself known. We have this ending that is creating love. Again, Ace of Cups, self-love, love. Somebody's been learning to love themselves, and in doing so, they're opening themselves up. We got King of Cups. They're opening themselves up to receive a higher love, more love. Somebody's been learning to love themselves, and they're loving themselves now enough that it's giving them the upper hand in life. It's giving them the upper hand over a situation that is no longer working, that is painful. But they have to let it go. If this is you, Gemini, you've outgrown something and it's time to release it because it's becoming painful. And maybe you've gotten to that point because you've been growing and changing this whole time. So this situation has been shaping you, molding you, moving you in and creating something new and something better so that you are ready now to receive it. You're ready to receive something that isn't hurting you in some way, something that is nourishing or more nourishing, okay? If you resonate with that wounded warrior, if you are the wounded warrior and that's how you feel, you don't have to carry the wounds anymore to lead. You can let them go. You can receive love. You can receive the healing that you need. And you can still be strong and still stand in your power and move forward without that. It's like it's time to heal. It's okay to heal. Okay? What should Gemini do next, Spirit? Let's get 2 more cards. What does Gemini need to do next? Ooh, wow. Whatever this pain is, this painful change, this thing that's being ripped out, ripped off. There's like a ripping, I just heard ripping the Band-Aid off, okay? You know, sometimes, we're trying to like peel it and it's just like more painful because it's taken so goddamn long to like come off, right? Sometimes you got to rip that shit off fast. We have good energy though behind it, okay? We got seeds already planted. 7 of Pentacles. There's some really good seeds that have been being sown all along and you might not have seen it. Maybe you don't realize that you've been planting all these good seeds all along and they're about to blossom and they're about to bloom into beautiful happiness and a new beginning. A new beginning. So behind this painful ending that is either happening or about to happen, there's this beautiful, rich, fulfilling, loving, restorative new beginning that is right behind it. It is right behind it. It's already there energetically behind the scenes and you might not see it, but I think some of you are feeling it. We had the High Priestess popping in. Some of you are starting to feel or sense it. Intuition might be telling you that this is for the best, that this thing that's being removed is good, that it's making the way for something better. And maybe your mind is telling you a different story. Maybe there's some fear or panic around it, but know that there's something really beautiful that's been being sown through this whole time, through this whole scenario. There's been this powerful growth and change occurring behind the scenes. And so this thing that could maybe be really devastating isn't going to be, because you've grown, you've changed, or this person has grown, this person has changed. And all along there have been seeds being planted for something so beautiful, so refreshing, so much more fulfilling to take its place. And it's like, this brings sanctuary, this brings relief after a period of suffering, after a period of stagnation, okay? Something really beautiful comes in. It's like, maybe somebody didn't even know how much they were hurting. Maybe somebody hasn't realized how much something was hurting them, how much something was draining them. And now it's going to go away and they're going to get fulfilled. They're going to feel so much better, right? So much better. I'm hearing you just have to let it in. You just have to let it in. You just have to let it unfold. I don't think you guys are really doing anything other than letting something fall apart. But I don't feel like you have to make it fall apart. I feel like that's already in motion. Like, this feels like the storm is already here. This feels like the change is already upon you. It's already happening. And you just stop fighting it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it, okay? Let it unfold. Let it unravel. Let the cycle that's trying to close, allow it to go ahead and close. Okay, they're saying, this will apply for some of you, it makes sense, it won't for everybody. It's like, you keep hitting the snooze button, okay? So like, the universe is sending you a wake-up call, you keep hitting snooze and going back to sleep, okay? Stop, it's time, it's time. The like alarm is going off, it's been going off, it's been going off. It's time, it's time. You have to trust that all is well. You have to trust that everything that ends, everything changes, brings in something better. You have to trust in the new beginning that you have been planning, or that has been being planted within you this whole time, okay? Or if this is someone else, if this isn't you, if this is someone in your life, the seeds for their new beginning have been being planted already. They've been being planted all along behind the scenes, and they're going to erupt into this gorgeous 10 of Cups, into this new beginning. Oh my God, we have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups here. The resources are going to show up. The love is going to show up. The new beginning. And this time there's no wounds. This time the wounds are healed. This time it's really, truly fulfilling. No one has to bend over backwards or bend themselves into a pretzel to make this one happen. It's going to be beautiful love, true love, whether this is love for yourself or whether this is true love finding someone, finding you, or finding someone else in your life. But it's coming. It's coming into fruition. And it's going to bring relief and sanctuary, new opportunity, right? So many blessings. Look at that big grin on that kid's face. He's like, yes, yes. So Gemini, I hope this brings some clarity to your situation and, you know, if nothing else, validation for you. Like I said, High Priestess, I feel is you. I feel like you know it. I feel like you have a feeling, and maybe it's a sinking feeling right now. And if that's been the case and you're afraid of what you feel coming, this is Spirit's way of telling you not to be afraid. Not to be afraid, to trust in the fact that Spirit only takes away that which is not in our highest good. You only take away that which is no longer good for us, right? And they always bring in something better, something more in alignment. That is what this is. It's a realignment that is unfolding and occurring. There's nothing ultimately being lost in this. There is gain energy in this. And it may not feel that way when it initially unfolds, but in the end, when the dust clears and the dust settles, you're going to be in such a beautiful place. Such a beautiful place. So if nothing else you take from this video, take the energy of hope. Take the energy of hope. Release control and allow yourself to remain positive and hopeful about the future that is right behind this ending, this completion that is happening. Gemini, those are your messages. Take care, guys. I will be back in a few weeks. Bye.